wasn't planning to share anything tonight, but since I realized that I don't know anybody except one person here and none of my girlfriends are here, I can get away with telling this stuff and it doesn't matter. So in every crowd of female friends, I think, especially as you get older, there's one woman who tells the naked truth. She's the risk taker, the deal breaker, the change maker. And I think it turns out that in my group of friends, it's me. So I wish I could tell you that I've only done that once, that major risk-taking, this chick might never talk to me again, come to Jesus conversation, or go away from Jesus because this is too much now. But there's been so many times I've done it, and I just want to tell you about one when the naked truth really was necessary. So I have this friend, we'll call her Janet, because that's actually her name. And Janet and I worked together, played together, had a great time together. It's the sister from another Mista, the woman you want to see succeed. You don't mind telling her she's beautiful and cheering her on because you just, like, her winning is so awesome that you're winning. And then when she's losing or failing, it hurts you. And this guy she was seeing, let's call him Steve, because that was his name. He was living with her, and he was just bringing her down. She's successful, and she's professional, and this is the guy who doesn't work, doesn't treat her well. I mean, you just can't believe she's with him, but we all know a woman like this, who is selling herself way short. And a friend reminded me that George Carlin once said, everybody respects honesty until you're honest with them, and then you're an asshole. So it was my moment. We were having many, many beers one night after a party at which she and Steve had hosted people at their house, and I was having many drinks with Janet, and I just looked over at her and I said, please don't be offended, but I have to ask, does he have a magic penis? Does it do flips and tricks and make you go places that you've never been before and potentially make you meow? Because if it doesn't, I don't know what you're doing. And then I felt like the asshole the whole way home, and I thought she might never speak to me again. But she called me a couple days later and she said, well, I want to thank you for sharing how you really feel. And I was like, oh, but I wasn't done. I said, actually, it turns out if you ever decide to make a move and liberate yourself, I really believe in you, and I will be at your house with a bottle of red, a bottle of white, you know, whatever you're into that night, and some boxes and some tags and marking pens and bags and other things that would just get him the frack out of your house. I would do that for you and also possibly for me. And so we ended the conversation, but a couple days later at work, she stuck her face around the cubicle wall and said, I think I'm ready. And I was like, yes, this is the moment I've been waiting for. And I went and I ran around to 3 or 4 of the other women who worked with us and knew the story, and we all had secret high fives, and we were very excited. So I went to Janet's with all of the supplies that I listed, and the bottle of red and the bottle of white, and we drank them both, while we packed all of his things and labeled them carefully and changed the house code. And it was like one of the best days of her life. A couple weeks later, she's having buyer's remorse. She's worried. She made this wrong decision. And I think this is the moment with getting older, mid-30s, late 30s, we start thinking, should I have done that? What if no one ever loves me again? And someone needs to tell you the naked truth again. Someone will love you for whatever duration of time you're looking for, and I know a place where we can get that. It's called New Orleans. Let's go. So, Janet and I flew to New Orleans. I called a couple of my guy friends who I had known for a long time, and I just said, I know, this is honest, I need a ringer. So we invited one of the guys over to get to know Janet, and I'm not going to tell you anything else, because what happens in New Orleans ends up on Facebook. And so we went away for the weekend, and she realized that there is affection around the next corner, and she could give it another shot. Someone else would think she was attractive. I have to tell you that here we are 18 months later. She has 2 beautiful babies, a perfectly great husband, and a brand new mortgage. it turns out that you need the naked truth every once in a while. Someone's got to give it to you. When you get it, please be open.